Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. I know a lot of people are in the process of making the Fire Centaurs Dragons team, and to be fair, it has a pretty high rune requirement. I tried making it and I failed. I think the hardest part is not even the Fire Centaur runes, it's actually Julie's runes, where you could make it clear the first and third round with her skill 3. For me, I was lacking a tick of damage. Sometimes it'll clear it and sometimes it wouldn't. Obviously, due to that, it would prolong that dungeon run by tens of seconds. I wasn't happy with that. So I did some searching. I went to the Korean community and apparently there was another dungeon team that was a lot easier to make. I made it and you can see that the average clear time is 27 seconds. The first time best clear time is 24 seconds, which is still pretty close to that OP new dungeon team. I know, yes, in that one, if you do have the golly rune quality, you can make it run 22 seconds. Only a very few can do that. So I want to show that to you guys, how that team works. There is a very interesting component to it that you have to keep so that it is working in the way it is. Let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy it. In the end, hope it helps. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon. I want to say I appreciate all the support. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. So this team is essentially almost the same, right? You see that there is the Fire Centaur, which is Agrius, I believe. And then there's the Tion, the Konamiya, there is the Julie, but then there is that one outlier, which is Dova. I do not have a Siek, right? So you can replace this Dova with the Wind Nizeko. It actually might be better because it gives you 2 buffs. In that sense, maybe if you do have some additional damage from defense, maybe it will output a little more. But knowing that I have multiple Novas, I just created one for this dungeon. So how this works is that your Tion moves first. Now there is a very important rule on this Tion, is that the skill 2 is not maxed. So you do not want the additional cooldown time. Now why is this so easy? It is because you can make the Julie with technically 0 speed. Mine has 0 speed, mine's on Fatal Fight, and obviously the reason why this Julie is so hard to make on the original team is that because you have to make it around 260-ish speed, right? Or 265 to 270. You have to make it quicker or faster than the Fire Centaur, and that makes the rune requirement a little harder, or a lot harder for most players. In this team, you do not have to keep that. You can make, well, you do have to keep it really slow. I think the faster your Julie is, the faster your Tion needs to be. So there has to be a bigger speed gap between the 2 units. Mine might be a little too fast because I think you want it to be over like 200, or you want it to have plus 200 speed when your Julie has like plus 20, 30 speed. So I can actually make it on plus 180. You guys could try it, but if it doesn't work, just make sure that there has to be a pretty big speed gap between the 2 units. So the Tion gives the boost to the Julie, which then clears the first wave. The second wave comes in. Tion does not have skill 2. It's just gonna use skill 1, which then the Agrius will move, and then it'll boost the Agrius again, and then the Agrius will clear the middle boss. And then the next round, Tion again has the boost, will boost the Julie, which at this point should have skill 3. And then finally, it's just boost on the boss stage. I mean, it's kind of weird for me to explain how it's gonna work. Let me just show you guys the runes and I'll show it to you guys. So Tion going first on Swift Fight. I didn't even give it artifacts. I do believe it should have a higher HP than the Agrius because in my team, the Dova is gonna pair up or give the attack buff to the lowest HP unit, and that has to be Agrius, right? And then I believe it is the Centaur that's moving on a Rage Fight. I do have speed up effect and damage dealt on fire. Then it's the Konomiya that's going on triple fight. Pretty easy Konomiya to build. And then we have the triple fight Dova, again, not that quick. And then finally the 0 speed Julie in my case with a lot of additional damage by attack. The most I could get. And I think this is where it gets hard for the original team, is that yes, you might have the runes for it, but you do also need the artifacts for it where you have a lot of additional damage from attack. Let's go check this out. So in the first stage, the Tion should boost Julie. There you go, and it clears that wave. Second wave, the Tion does not use it because he doesn't have it. You get the boost, which clears the middle boss. Here, we now have it. And it should boost the Julie again, which should clear it. And then finally, we're at this stage where it's just boost, boost, boost. Sadly, oh, we got both. Perfect, which should kill then? No, we get another boost and then it kills. So this should be like the 27-second, I think. I think it could go up to 30 seconds. Yeah, 27 seconds. Which I do think is still very good because it's on par with the Liam team. And the Liam team can still fail due to AI. But this, it does not fail. It's very, very safe. Even if we do not land the branding and slow, or if we just land one, it doesn't matter because there's 3 boosts where the Kentaur should ignore defense. In that case, it is more than enough to kill the boss. Let's see if it lands it here. It still landed it. Okay, so we're still getting pretty lucky with these, but I do want to see a case where we do not land the branding and slow. It's actually best if we don't land both, so that I can show you that we can still clear it the way it is. Let's just check this out. Are we gonna land it? Okay, this time he derped, so he uses it now. He still landed the branding, so we're gonna definitely kill it. I really want to show you a case where we don't land a slow. At least I was able to show you one case where we didn't land one of the debuffs. Probably the more important one, because I think the bigger the speed gap, I think it does more damage. You do want to give some accuracy to the Fire Kentaur. I think mine has like 20 or 15, and usually it's enough. But again, I'm not reliant on that, so it doesn't really matter. But if you are relying on this branding or slow to do the damage, then maybe it is beneficial for you to give some accuracy. Then in that case, obviously due to RNG, there are going to be cases where you're not going to land those debuffs. In that case, don't worry. I think it's still safe because if your team dies, the TN still should bring back the Agrius because it is very easy to make the other 4 units decently tanky, and obviously Julie is also a water unit. So Agrius will die, TN will bring it back, and then I believe that the Konomiya, the Dova, and also the Tion, they all should have like their boost, or at least some of the units should have their boost, which will boost the Agrius to finish off the job. Here again, we landed the branding, so it's not a good example. I really want to show the case where we don't land anything because I do believe it's enough. I tested this multiple times. I really wanted to make this team. I was trying to figure out what I could do, and I was very happy that there was this Korean player who made this team. There might be somebody else that also made it from a different server. I'm not too sure, but I'm just letting you guys know that I found this in the Korean cafe, the Korean Summons World Cafe. So give credit to him. His name was something Bear. I forgot, but it was a Korean ID. So it's not a team that I made. The thought process and everything was built off of his idea. So yeah, I'm just bringing it so I could show it to you guys. Okay, which I believe nobody really cares anyways. We're very consistent on getting that 27-second runs. I wonder how we got a 24-second run with these. I guess you have to 2-shot the boss somehow. I wonder how that worked though. Please don't land a debuff. Oh, there it is, no debuff. I'm gonna show it to you guys right here. Boom, the last boost. Boom, there you go. Okay, see, it's safe and it works. So again, 27 seconds. I do want to stop this so I could show you guys the builds in more detail. Obviously some of you guys are probably interested in that because artifacts are a thing, but I think there's only really 2 units that you have to care about here. It's the Agrius and also the Julie. I think there's a lot of documentation and also videos probably showcasing various Julies that could one-shot these waves. So I think my Julie doesn't really show the minimum requirement. I'm not sure what the minimum requirement is, but it's not that great, to be fair. It's on Fatal Fight, so the fight set definitely kills the damage, because I think if I go Blade or Broken, I can find a harder hitting build, but at the same time I'm getting that 8%. I'm evening out the rune set bonus from the actually best build I could find. I'm not too sure, but this is not my best build. I just used whatever runes I had left around or from units that I weren't using anymore, because I still wanted to run my Giants team. Artifacts aren't too bad. I think this is really the one that's carrying me with 13% attack. I'm getting another 9% here with a little more skill 3 crit damage, and obviously these 2 rolls also help with the damage output there. And then Agrius is also a big one, right? I do think you should fully scale it up, and it shouldn't be too hard, knowing that the counterpart is fusible, the wind one. I have 14% accuracy trying to land that debuff. I'm actually surprised we landed it so many times in this video. Also on the fight set, I'm not sure if you need this to be on fight. This is the same Agrius build when I was trying to run the original team, so I added in fight sets hoping that it will help the Julie clear the wave, and it wasn't enough. It just means that I guess my rage runes aren't that great, but it wasn't enough. I was absolutely lacking legend grinds for the set that I had on Julie in the case where I wanted it quick. I was missing legend attack grinds, so maybe that played a part, or that would have fixed the issue. But again, trying to get that was going to take a lot longer than me making this team here. So I don't think you have to go fight here. If you could go, you know, no speed Julie, I don't think this build should be too hard. Again, you don't have to have fight. I think you could go Fatal Blade. I do think Fatal is better, guys. Somebody talked about this. If you're going with additional damage by attack, Fatal is much better than a raid set on Julie. It actually does more damage. So Fatal there, and then Agrius on rage, so that his damage is multiplied with the crit damage. Yeah, so it's proportional to the attack speed difference. So if they're slower, you should do more damage. The hardest part is speed tuning. If you guys can make it the exact same speed as I have them right now, then obviously it would work. Just know that I have a lot of fight sets. I have 1 set there, 1 set here, 1 set, so 3 sets, and then 6 sets within these 2 units, so a total of 9 sets. I don't think I will need to put fight on these, but I just have them on just so that I could maybe get Agrius hitting a little harder. One thing for sure, I think now, is that Julie is not a problem for me with this type of build. I think the problem is Agrius. It might be just better for me to go a blade set for more damage. I don't need really the crit rate though if I do go blade, because it comes with the set. So something like this, right? It brings in attack and crit damage. Let's just see if I could kind of mimic this build. Oh my goodness, this one is actually really good. So much attack, 39%. But I need 6 crit rates. Okay, so why don't we try to get more crit rate here then? We just, oh, 34. This is good, right? Oh my goodness, not enough. Okay, this one. There you go. So we get the more attack. Oh, we get more attack, but the crit damage stays the same. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. This one was really good. Okay, but let's try this. I mean, we get so much more attack. Like, why not? Let's see if our Julie still clears the waves, right? We lost 1 fight set. I think it wouldn't matter. Yep, still very clean. But I think the important thing is on the third stage. That's where some usually survives. Boom. Let's see it. Perfect. I don't think the 100 attack is going to really help. Ooh. It'll be awesome if I could get a harder hitting build here, where with the branding and slow, I do 2-shot the boss. I'm pretty sure there are cases where we do. Reason why I got that best score of 24 seconds. Because it actually does 2-shot it. But I guess we do have to be pretty lucky. I think it has to use skill 2 first, where it lands all the debuffs, and then skill 1. are we gonna be able to see it. Just one thing to note is that I wasn't able to find the Agrius build using swap. I had to just do it with my brain because I did not see him in the swap program. He was not there yet because it's too new. I guess there needs to be an update. So this could get better once that unit is added to swap, or unless maybe I'm just behind and I didn't update it. But if it does get put in there, I will be able to find the most optimal build that is using the computer's computing ability to get the best build. Right now, this is the best build that I found with my own head. Pretty sure that the computer is going to do it a lot better. Will we be okay? Wait, no, that's just no. Wait, right? Yeah, it's still 27 seconds. Oh, 25. Okay, that's actually better. Yeah. Anyhow, that was it for this video, guys. Hope that this helped. Really, I was very frustrated when I figured out that I couldn't build a Julie that cleared the waves. It just means that my damage stats are pretty crap, right? I was kind of sad, but I knew that there had to be someone out there to make a similar team that's fast enough and still utilizing this new OPS unit that people are calling nerfs for. I was able to find it. I hope that with this video it helps out a lot of the other players that are having trouble with it as well. I think for most people, 27-second runs are more than enough for you to run this crazy dungeon. Just wanted to give you an update that I am focusing on dragons a lot more because I am feeling the need of better violent runes as I am playing more RTA. I'm not playing a whole lot right now, but I will start ramping it up. I did get a new quad, if you guys didn't see my recent post, and it is right here. So I was able to pick this up very recently. I'm very happy. You can see that it's not being used by anybody, and it's not being used in my RTA team. So once I get a few more of these, I'm hoping like not like close to this, but if it's a quad, that's great. But a couple more that's around the 24 plus speed runes, I will start re-runing my box. During the meantime, I'll probably try to have more fun. I know Venhan is being used a lot more, so I kind of want to try him out. I got the wind, where do you call him? The wind exorcist. I hate this freaking stupid name. I got this unit as well, paired with the water one. You know, maybe I'll bring back some Wedgeack gameplay just for fun. Let's see what I can do. But I hope you look forward to it, guys. If you guys want account improvements, please join my Discord, fill out the Google forum. If you guys want account reviews, join my Patreon, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.